How's it going, everybody? I'm Ty Bordy, and today I'm going to be talking about how my summer's been as a constant observer at Providence Hospital here in Newburgh. I was placed in Providence as a constant observer. Basically, what my roles were, I was placed in front of a camera that was watching 3 to 4 rooms in the emergency department at the hospital, and my job was to just watch the patients that come in that are diagnosed with some sort of mental health disorder or are having some sort of mental health crisis. So oftentimes people would come in with suicidal ideation, some sort of violent outburst related to mental health, maybe schizophrenia. It could have been anything along those lines, but basically my job was to watch them and make sure that they were staying safe, that the staff was staying safe, and that they were getting the care that they needed. I was placed in front of a camera watching them. My shifts were usually anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, so I wasn't there for very long. And there would be some certain times where I would get to interact with the patients, where they would come out of the room and ask questions. Sometimes they just wanted to talk, or sometimes they were requesting additional help from other staff members. So what this experience meant to me, I think this summer was very beneficial in many ways. One, just getting to see how healthcare professionals operate in a setting like that and how they talk to patients and care for them to the best of their abilities. I think seeing that firsthand kind of showed me what it looks like to really pursue a career in this field. It definitely takes 100% of your focus and attention at all times. And you have to be very attentive to the patients and what they're needing, as well as looking at like what their body language and behaviors are saying as far as what they need. So I'd say my biggest takeaway is that while I did learn that this is a very challenging field to work in and that there's a lot that's going on and it's very demanding, it definitely did reinforce my personal desires and decision to continue pursuing psychology and getting some sort of job in this field, because I really did enjoy helping people, and I could see how the staff members working there, specifically the mental health specialists that would come in and talk to the patients once or twice a day, I could see how they would really light up the patient's day, and just by listening to them and being there to support them, I could see physical changes in their behavior and their emotions after talking to them. So just seeing that definitely confirmed my desire to keep pursuing the academic side of psychology and learning more and more about this field. Evaluation of how your goals and objectives were met. So my goals were pretty simple and straightforward as being a constant observer. I wanted to improve my communication, develop my observation skills, and gain experience in a mental health setting, which I kind of already touched on. I definitely improved my communication all around. From the start, I lacked the ability to communicate effectively with the staff and the rest of the healthcare professionals that were working on site. But by the end, I felt like I was able to function as a team with them and communicate effectively, pretty concisely and clearly what I thought was going on with the patient and what needed to be done in order to give the patient the best care that they could get. And then on top of that, my communication with the patients improved drastically from day one. Like, I learned how to use my tone of voice to get across what needed to be said. I learned how to stay calm and also portray myself as confident to the patient so that they knew they were getting high quality care. Developing observation skills, I 100% did that. I mean, I was sitting there watching them for 6 hours at a time on the camera, so it was really kind of hard to miss stuff because your only job is to watch them. So I definitely got very observant on picking up the little tiny details that I usually would not have picked up on before. Definitely gained experience in a mental health setting. I saw a lot of people going through mental health episodes. I saw multiple people go into psychosis, just different behaviors that I have not seen before working at Providence. So I definitely gained the experience that I was looking for this summer. Connection to academic learning. So I think that the ability to study, come back home and study the certain things that I was learning at Providence was very beneficial to me. Like I would see something happen and then I'd become more curious about it, and I would come home and then look up a journal article or a study and kind of learn compare what I thought was going on versus what the research actually says. So I definitely did have a big connection to my academic learning. Concepts from previous coursework definitely applied as well, like courses such as advanced counseling, advanced listening. I definitely use that every single day at work, or like abnormal psychology, just like the general descriptions of different mental disorders. That definitely helped me every day. My faith on my approach and understanding of this experience. Well, as a Christian, we focus on compassion and service. So I would definitely say that this is a very service-oriented career. It's very selfless. I mean, there was times where it was very hard to put the patient first because it kind of felt very demanding. And some days I would show up and I didn't really feel like I was in the right headspace to give the patient the best care that they needed. But I had to remember why I was there and that it was for the patient, not for me. So setting aside what was going on outside of work and coming in to be the best version of myself for the patient was something that I worked on every day when I was showing up at Providence. So I would say my faith definitely played a role this summer. And then I already kind of touched on my evaluation of future and psychology related fields and my career planning. So my final thoughts and takeaways are that I really appreciate the opportunity that I was given this summer to work at Providence. I think it was greatly beneficial for me. It will look good on a resume. That's another good thing. And carrying it forward, I definitely have way more respect for people who work in this field and how demanding it is on them. As well as, some of these, I watch these patients go through some of probably the most difficult points of their lives, dealing with various things. So I have an appreciation for people, a better appreciation for people experiencing mental health crises. So it's just, you learn about it in the classroom and then you go see it in person, and it's so different than you would imagine. But at the same time, it's confirmed everything that I thought before, if that makes sense. So thank you for listening, and I'm very happy that I got this experience this summer.